Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Mind-blowing stunts, breathtaking flights, and some jaw-dropping landings. Let's journey into the high skies filled with adventurous rides, dramatic feats, and an endless list of unexpected twists and turns that will leave you stunned. This is what a plane going at a speed of 175 miles per hour can do to your face. Watch how this guy survives 3.6 Gs while under training. For those who don't know, an ordinary human can withstand 4 to 6 Gs.
Blimey!
I can watch this for my entire life and still not get tired. This helicopter took the game to another level with the incredible stunts. Helicopters are the true savior of the planes. Don't believe me? Watch how this helicopter, despite the plane being overweight, carried it to the destination. Desperate times require desperate solutions. Watch how this helicopter pilot devised an incredible plan to save both time and effort. These pilots had to make an emergency landing on a highway after the engine failure. And I must say, they did a pretty good job. The pilot took challenge acceptance to a whole other level and recorded these amazing stunts. The first airplane indicates where there is a need to extinguish the fire. And the next does this. That is one huge smoke spiral the pilot made.
Oh my God! Wow!
This is how they fill the tanks mid-air. As challenging as it is for the pilots, it is equally satisfying to watch. I don't know how they managed to synchronize these stunts. But this one is just incredible. Next time you come across a dust storm, keep an eye out for an aircraft forming it. What do you do when there is no runway nearby? You land on a moving vehicle, that's what you do. Is the Earth really flat, or are we living in a simulation? Not water droplets, but they are actually parachutes that are being released by plane. That's how fireworks shows in Switzerland are done. A visual representation of when your co-pilot disagrees with you. Fortunately, it happened during landing and the plane landed safely. Well, this is quite common during the snow season in Chicago. In case you are wondering, this is the world's most dangerous runway, and that's how planes land here. Well, takeoff isn't a cakewalk either. Laws of motion? They just don't work for these guys here. This helicopter pilot had a personal issue with the house owner. And what could be a better revenge than this? There is literally no end to such mind-blowing stunts, is there? I think it might be the right time to say that I have seen it all. I mean, just look at the guy fearlessly mending the broken wires. This is how traffic jams happen in the air. Both the planes arrived over the runway at the same time. Well, the pilots communicated on time and landed one after the other. This pilot has no boundaries. He can land the plane anywhere he wants. By anywhere, I mean anywhere! Here is your daily reminder to never take planes take off easily. Danger? It might just be another word for these performers. The goal was to swap planes in the middle of the flight. While one of them did it successfully, the other could not. Thankfully, he landed safely on the land. This is what happens to your mind when you try to cover the entire syllabus in one night. This helicopter clearly knows how to steal the show. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but for me, that was truly incredible. This crane driver was overcoming his regrets of never being able to fly a plane. I must say, he did a pretty good job there. That's how you turn failure into complete success.
Oh my God! Wow!
Now that is one top-class piggyback ride. On a more serious note, what just happened here? The Boeing 747 decided to take matters in its own wings and transported the space shuttle by itself. Okay, so how did it just happen? As far as I know, planes can only do this when their gear is down or the wind's so high that it can push it backwards. Even the best of planes need help sometimes. The aviation team was just making final adjustments to the plane before the flight when this happened. Let's just say the plane wasn't prepared for it. Who needs an airplane to fly when you have got this dude around? Incredible is the only way I can describe this stunt. Before you get all scared just like me, the plane was not carrying any passengers. It was captured during an air show. Vertical takeoffs are my favorite kind of takeoff. And vertical landings, too. Nearly missing the spectators, the pilot managed to land the plane safely on the ground. Danger is just another word for this guy who somehow managed to get on the plane's wing.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know what the man was thinking when he decided to do this. When your luggage just can't wait to come out. This is going to be a long day for the airport staff. Okay, I seriously have no idea what they intended to do, but this was clearly not the result they expected. This is what happens when you don't take aviation classes seriously. So, this is what we call one wreck of a landing.
There's no gear.
The pilot let the gear down, but it was too late, and he eventually had to do a round.
This guy's...
And he landed safely, some 100 miles away from here. If only this could happen in reality! Although it was a close call, the pilot must be applauded for his mad skills. I mean, that was no easy task. So one thing is for sure, these people really do not fear anything. I mean, I would have ducked instantly. So that's what actually happens when you think it's raining fish. It's just how Utah's Wildlife Department restocks its mountain lakes. These people gathered on a Greece beach got the scare of their life when a plane hovered right above their heads. You don't know until you go through it, right? This is how they train the pilots to regain control over a spinning plane. The pilot waited till the last moment and eventually got control. Okay, I just have one question. How? For me, that is some serious magical stuff that happened up there. Don't worry, your drink is safe, but your cell phone might just decide to go airborne. This is what happens when stunts go wrong. Yep, that's the right wing that just flew in the middle of the sky. But nothing to worry as the plane landed safely. This cat craves danger. And that's why she got on the plane. It was after a few moments that the plane's pilot spotted the cat, but he managed the situation like a pro, and the cat landed safely. That smoky powder is actually a fire retardant that is used by the firefighters to increase containment lines on the ground. This is how incredible the air shows are in the UAE. Okay, so this is crazy! I know they are well-trained pilots, but still, even the thought of a plane flying near to me gives me chills. The screams say it all. This is how modern-day planes get ready for a takeoff. I have seen birds doing this, but planes? That is some incredible synchronization. This eagle had personal issues with the plane. No, I don't see those issues resolving soon. Just when the plane was about to make a landing, he realized it was missing a landing gear. Well, it didn't matter for the pilot, and he did a smooth landing anyway. The flight staff did not have any idea that they would have a slithering passenger too.
The carrier is now investigating how it got into the cabin.
Fortunately, it was moved before the snake could cause any harm. I still can't believe how they were able to push an entire jet. Well, teamwork can work wonders, and these guys prove it. One of the passengers caught the terrifying moment when one of the engines of the Boeing 737 caught fire. Luckily, it was near its destination, and the plane landed safely. So, this is what we call aviation magic. How the birds managed to remain so calm is really impressive. Feeling like an outcast? Watch this cat, whose stroll to explore the new surroundings led her to the passenger's cabin. Okay, so this is for space enthusiasts only.
Oh my God.
Watch how the lucky guy got to witness the rocket launching from his plane. Not only for people, but helicopters are a facility for animals too. Forget about lawnmowers and learn about helicopters' functioning powers. Not from the snatchers on land, but sometimes you might want to watch out for the seagulls eyeing your ice cream. This is how a modern-day Santa delivers presents. This man prefers birds over people, as he has been flying with birds for the past 20 years. This is the view you get when you are able to fly above the rainbow, which is more normally than 609 meters high. The guy was too lazy to get on the plane, so he planned an alternative. The pilot took the phrase "feeling above the clouds" to a whole other level. This is what happens when nature's having a breakdown. A sunset, another sunset, and here the lightning strikes. No, not an emergency landing, but the pilot actually landed on a very old runway in the middle of the forest. Are you also concerned about the packages? Worry not, this was just a stunt. The pilot could do anything but a smooth landing, so here we are. I guess it's easier to take off from a bridge? Both the pilots were lucky enough to maintain a safe distance. These people had to be evacuated from the plane. Why? Because the plane's engine was engulfed in flames.
We landed in Denver. Holy
This has to be the smoothest emergency landing.
Get over here!
There are definitely no limits for this pilot. I was today's year old when I found out that's how they install towers. This is how planes land around the world, and this is how they land in America. Cats know no bounds. This one decided to explore the aircraft on its own. The world is advancing, and so does this dude, too. Your pizza! Who used a rope for a quick delivery, a cargo truck, or a swimming pool. These guys for sure know how to turn any moment into a fun moment. These ducks left the drivers in shock with the unusual rounds they did around the cars, leaving no way for them other than to wait for their turn.
I wanna go home.
Here is your daily reminder to roll up your windows next time you leave your car. This is what happens when an artist builds a car. There is an easy way for you to wash your cars. Just park them near a sparkling manhole. And leave the rest of the work on it. Okay, so this is what we call a wild plan. This ostrich wanted to see if it could outrun the cars on the road. It turns out it really can. The pilot lost control of the helicopter while landing. But he managed to land it safely without damaging any nearby miracles.